This is how you cold plunge for your first time safely and having a great time from someone who has cold plunged every day for 675 days. So maybe you've taken a cold shower and you want to try a cold plunge, or maybe you think, all right, you know what? I saw people taking ice baths or cold plunges and I want to try it. How you go about that can make a huge difference in whether you have an enjoyable experience and a safe experience, or one that feels overwhelming and potentially dangerous. So if you do these few things, you'll have a great experience. I've coached, I don't know, hundreds of people at this point through their first plunge, and have seen like people who are terrified do great. So this is how you do it. Start off with a water temperature that you could handle. Like right now, this water is a little on the colder side. I wouldn't recommend this. This is like 36 degrees and circulating. So unless you really want like a crazy challenge, I would recommend starting at a water temperature that's in the mid 50s. Even the high 50s is fine. This is just to start out. Even if it's in the mid 60s, that's fine. There's actually research that doing cold plunges in like 68 degree water for 5 minutes has interesting changes on brain networks. So it's not just super cold. Even cool water for a long enough duration has beneficial effects. So start in the mid 50s to low 60s. But like most people can handle high 50s. I recommend like 55 to 60 degrees is a good starting point. And if you're older or more scared or have a really hard time with cold, you could start, like I said, in the low 60s. The difference between doing it doing it well and having a really hard time with it is more or less in how you're breathing. So before you even get in the plunge, stand by it and start focusing on your breath, taking slower, deeper breaths into the belly and extending the exhale. Listen to your breath a little bit and feel it. Start clearing your head and just focusing on your breath. You might feel scared, you might feel worried about it, if you're gonna be able to do it, if it's gonna hurt, and just allow those thoughts, just pay attention to them, let them pass, do whatever you gotta do, but just stay focused on the breath. Take a few deep breaths. When you get in there, you don't wanna fight it, you wanna surrender to it. So take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, don't just jump in head first and do all these things. Like, take it easy at first. This is a practice you want to do safely, and you want to do it for a long time. So take a deep breath and stand in the plunge. Now, take another deep breath as you go in. So you're standing up in the plunge, and on an exhale, lower yourself down. If you can only go to your waist or to your chest, that's fine. You don't have to go all the way to your head right away. Some people stop at their waist, some people go up to keep their arms out. Whatever you have to do for your first time, it's fine. There's no like right or wrong, or I'm not getting the benefits, or I'm messing this up. Not at all. This is a practice, just like going to the gym. Like, it's not like your first time in the gym, you expect to be able to do 100 push-ups or deadlift 500 pounds. Just going there and learning how to stretch or how to do one push-up is a win when you're first starting. So you're just starting with this. Get in there, take a deep breath, go in on an exhale slowly, and as soon as you start getting to that cold water, the cold shock is going to begin. The cold shock is a survival response. Your body gets flooded with these hormones, a cascade of noradrenaline and some dopamine and all these chemicals. Your heart rate increases. It's going to feel intense, and that's okay. What you're going to do is come right back to what you were focusing on before you got in, the breath. Not clenching, not jumping out. You're at a temperature that's safe, and as long as you don't have super high blood pressure or heart disease, it's okay, it's not dangerous. And just stay focused on that breathing. If you say you're up to your waist and it's feeling intense, you could stop there and 2 or 3 seconds in on a breath, and then 4, 5, 6 seconds out. And that's gonna be hard to do. The cold is that fight or flight response is gonna shorten your breath. You're gonna be overriding that system and forcing the exhale, giving another half second, another second, and catching your breath, not breathing rapidly, but deep into the belly and extending the exhale. And the faster that you can get that breathing under control, you'll calm down the nervous system, and you'll be able to go a little deeper, and you'll start to realize, like, oh shit, I'm actually doing this. And you'll start to feel empowered, and the experience will get better and better. And don't stay in too long. If you're starting to shiver, that's too long, get out. So and if your arms aren't in the water and you want to go in, same thing, take a deep breath and put them in on an exhale. and just stay focused in on that exhale. You don't have to go long. You can do 1, 2 minutes. 3 minutes for a first time is very long. Some people, once they get their breathing down, they can go longer. And they feel more comfortable. They start to feel good. They start to feel euphoric and like energized and powerful, and they stay in a little bit. But you do your 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then get out slowly and stay focusing on that breath. Do some squats or light movement to warm up, and you just did your first cold plunge, and then see how you feel. Dry off, and over the next hour as you warm up, you'll realize some people right away, as soon as they get out, they feel great. I've heard people compare it to coffee, energy drinks. I've heard a lot of people compare it to like alcohol or weed. Ironically, it does give you somewhat of a high for a lot of people. Some people, they don't feel that right away, and some people don't get that, but the vast majority do feel this euphoric buzz and like this empowered feeling. So now you know the steps to have your first plunge go well. Right temperature, don't stay in too long, and focus on that breathing. Just keep coming back, breathe deep into the belly, force that exhale. And don't clench your hands and clench your body in there, just surrender to it. If it hurts a little bit, that's okay. And if you have to get out and try a different temperature or try again, I've seen that work for people. Some people had to get out because it hurt too bad, or they went into a little too cold of water, but just try again and you will see improvement. And for the vast majority of people, they have an amazing experience and they want to come back and keep doing it. So that's how you do a cold plunge for a beginner in a safe way. And let me know how it goes your first time.